Hey guys, I'm Evan Matson. I play saxophone among many other instruments. I'm partnering with Medins Make Music. We're going to do a review. Let's dive right in. I'll be playing on a Selmer Series 2 tenor saxophone, and we're going to review the Hiberr YU-E20 professional wireless microphone system. So this is a great microphone system for live performances, where Sures are going to be reliable as well. This is a little bit more budget friendly, but it still is just as good in terms of quality. It comes with this transmitter right here that runs on 2 AA batteries, and then you've got 3 microphone choices to work with. This handheld that I'm using right here also runs on 2 AA batteries, and then you've got a lavalier mic, and you have the most recent addition, which is this clip-on microphone, which in this demo is being used on the saxophone. So you can do any 2 of those microphones going to the receiver at the same time, which is incredibly helpful in live performances. So I want to start by talking about just a couple drawbacks of this microphone. The first one actually is an improvement. Previous review, there was a significant noise floor with the wireless microphone, and they got back to us after we had done the review, and they said, hey, we improved this. Can you take a look at it and maybe do a second review, which is why we're here now. And it is noticeably quieter. There's a bit of a very soft noise that's consistent, but it's nothing that is unfamiliar. Working on a variety of different Behringers and Sennheisers, Sures, there's a little bit of noise with each of them. None of them are completely quiet in my experience, and so this one isn't in any significant way worse at this point. So they did a great job of touching that up and bringing that noise floor down. The second point is the AA batteries. We were using rechargeable batteries, and once the batteries were in the transmitter, there wasn't a solid snap and close like there was when it was empty. We tried using other non-rechargeables like Duracell, Energizer, and no matter the AA battery, there's just it's functional, but there is a slight, you'll be able to see it here, it doesn't line up perfectly and it doesn't click securely into place. It does its job holding them. On this side, it does line up. On this side, it does not. So, not a significant thing, but noteworthy nonetheless. So now I want to get into the specific use as a saxophone clip-on microphone. You might have noticed when I was playing that you can hear all of the pads closing when I switched from note to note, and that is a pretty significant thing to note. You might be able to move the clip to a different part of the bell and angle the mic down and away, like if you have it positioned at the top of the bell of the saxophone. But there's a pro and a con to this. So the clip itself, I'll take it off here. You can see that it's big enough that it's gonna work on any range of saxophone, bari, all the way to soprano saxophone, the tenor and the alto as well. But because it's so big, it's not terribly secure. You can clip it on and it works really well. if you're playing still, but if you have high energy live shows where you have choreography in it too, and you're moving the saxophone around a lot, it's probably actually going to shake a little bit loose, like there. Now you can see that it's barely hanging on. So just know that it's good for multiple sizes of saxophone, but it's not the best when you have a lot of movement on stage. So those were each of the significant drawbacks, or just things that were minor, like the batteries, which it's still functional, but things to note. But in terms of what it does well, it is really, really helpful to have two microphones going to that receiver, two different types, one for a vocal, one for an instrument, and using that in any combination is really powerful to unlock whatever you're trying to do with live sound. The other thing it does well, it does sound good. The frequency spectrum from the lows to the highs, it comes through clearly. You can hear the tonal quality of the saxophone well, the vibrato, different inflections and trills. So I think it captures the audio faithfully, and it does a really nice job of recreating what you as a musician or as a vocalist are hoping to create for the listener. So the YU-E20, I would say coming in at $240, it's a pretty good budget option. It's decent for what you're paying to get. Other options are going to be more expensive, and you might get a little better quality, but this is a really good one-size-fits-all for saxophone use in particular, but for other instruments as well, clipping it onto the bell, and then having the vocal option as well. Well, if you like this video, hit like, press subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Medins Make Music.